Good morning from Darling Harbour, Sydney. It's another day, another adventure. Going to catch the ferry today. Come along for the ride. I don't know if this is a music video or just a bunch of kids out filming in Sydney with a dance routine. I've seen loads of people just practicing dance routines. Still got the jellyfish down there today. See him pulsing away. The Aussie flag there. So, just heading down past the Maritime Museum. I'll get another look at the ships today. Actually, the ferry pier is just beyond this. Just wander down past all these ships and hopefully pier will be at the bottom. Submarine as well. Just spotted a ferry pulling in, so I have a feeling I'm not going to get there quick enough. I'll have to catch the next one probably. Beautiful big tall ship there. And the ferry there. I'm not sure I can catch that in time. Just missed it. Never mind. This is Pyrmont Bay anyway. I have 15 minutes till the next one, so I can go and have a look at the ships. So actually, blessing in disguise maybe. Telling the story of Captain Cook's voyages. Oh, when Australia was called New Holland. So this is HMS Endeavour. It's a replica. And you can go on board for $25, so it's about £12–13, something like that. So HMS Endeavour was Captain Cook's ship. You can actually pay to be a passenger on this and go sailing around the world. Hey, that's an adventure for one day. This was Captain Cook's ship in 1768. If you're enjoying my adventures in Australia, make sure you give the video a like, please. It really helps my channel. And don't forget to subscribe, then you don't miss the rest of them. You can see another ferry heading this way now. So I'm going to go and tap back in. So we're at the Pyrmont Bay there. So when you get to the ferry terminal, you can just tap your card. So the beeps there. So I'm tapping my credit card, contactless. You can buy single trip tickets, you can top up, you can buy an Opal card. So there's a few different options. I think in Australia I've noticed that they do charge a surcharge when you use your credit card on pretty much everything. So it's only like 1% or something. But it makes life really easy, so I'm not worrying about that. As I say, I've actually only spent money because I've got money with me to spend. I could have quite easily just put everything on my credit card. I've never had an opportunity where I've had to spend cash so far, which is interesting to know for next time. So I'm going to head around the coast where I went yesterday, past Barangaroo, to Circular Quay.
Upstairs on the ferry, you can sit inside if the weather's not so good, but as it was a nice day, I went out to the back so I could watch the view. The ferries crisscross the water to various different stops around the bay. Sydney's one of those waterfront cities where everyone lives on the water, getting around in ferries and boats.
Oh, there we go. Sydney Harbour Bridge there in the distance.
The ferry took me all the way past the Barangaroo waterfront where I walked yesterday. Out on the water, you could look back to Darling Harbour and the central business districts of Sydney, and then turning the other way you had views across the bridge, and on the other side is North Sydney. We went right across the bay to the north shore and McMahon's Point, and once again you got ever-changing views of Sydney Harbour, and now the Sydney Opera House made an appearance too. And you could also catch this ferry to visit Luna Park, which was a next stop before crossing under the bridge. Next, we passed the overseas passenger terminal. No cruise ships in today, but I'll be coming back here tomorrow to board the Royal Princess. And then we headed into Circular Quay, which is the central ferry terminal where you can catch ferries around the rest of the city. The journey from Pyrmont Bay around to Circular Quay took about half an hour, but as you can see, it was well worth it for all those views along the way.
So remember to tap off as you go, and then you paid. And then I want the F1 now, so Manly. Circular Quay's got lots of little food places, bits and pieces of gift shop, Sydney gift shop. I've bought some souvenirs. I keep eating these huge lunches, so I've gone for a Subway sandwich today just to make it much smaller. Might eat that on the beach in Manly. So just to confuse me, the Manly ferry is from Wharf 3, not Wharf 1. But there's another one in 5 minutes. Go upstairs.
Manly is a town on the coast just past the entrance to the harbour. So I got a seat at the back of the ferry and settled down for views as we crossed the entirety of Sydney Harbour. This is Mrs. Macquarie's Point, where I walked to yesterday. Once you get out into the harbour, you can look back for a full view of Sydney. This is the Hornby Lighthouse, which marks one side of the Hornby Passage, where Sydney Harbour meets the Tasman Sea. There's also a fast ferry to Manly Beach. It's a bit more expensive, but it cuts about 10 minutes off the trip. The regular ferry ride took about half an hour to get from Circular Quay into Manly Wharf.
Manly's popular, and just confused me. You don't need to tap off on this one, so I just get used to one system. They've got another one. And that there is the Manly Pass Ferry, but I enjoyed the scenic ride myself. Lots of people coming to Manly this Sunday afternoon.
I'd already bought some food, but there were quite a few fast food places in the Manly Wharf terminal as well. You walk straight out of Manly Wharf, cross the road, and you're at the bottom of Manly High Street. You can just follow along past the shops in the direction of the beach.
I remember last time I came here 4.5 years ago, it was raining. It wasn't anything like as lively as this, and I liked it then, so I'm liking it even more today. A little Sunday market on.
And when you get to the end of the high street, you're at Manly Beach. This was a perfect spot to stop for lunch.
You don't have to watch yourself in the water, although there's lots of surfers out there. I won't be going swimming. We'll probably have a paddle. This is Manly Beach. Look at the colour of that sea. How beautiful is that? They have the Aussie life-saving clubs on the beaches, and the surf rescue guys over there. What the length of the beach there. Fantastic. We're a little bit further to go this way, but I just turn around and see the surfers out there on the water. Sightseeing is all well and good, but sometimes There's nothing better than just having a walk on the beach. So I've walked right to the end of Manly Beach, and they've got an outdoor swimming pool. So if you're not one for sea bathing, you can go in the outdoor pool, or get out in the surf here. So now I've literally reached the far end. I only started in the middle somewhere, so I suppose I could go all the way around there. We will see what we feel like. I've got to walk all the way, at least back to that hut. I think that's roughly where I'm sat in the middle. It's a lovely day for it though. I love a walk at the seaside. This does feel a bit like that Aussie lifestyle as well. It's a fantastic day for a walk on the beach. I can see the flags over there, and that's where I'm starting to have my lunch. So I'm only just getting back. I'm going to walk all the way to the bottom and back again. Might as well say I've walked the whole length of Manly Beach and back. There's a little blue jellyfish getting washed up. I'm not sure if one of those tendrils caught me. I've got a little bit of a stingy cut. So this is quite interesting. At the other end there's a coastal path. Might have to go and have a look what that's about.
So I've walked all that length of the beach, but then you've got the rocks down here and these beautiful views. And if you don't like getting sand between your toes, they've got all these tarmac paths which lead in a big coastal route all the way around over there. So I think we might set off that way and go and have a look. What do you reckon?
Ah, so those lizards are called water dragons. Eastern water dragons. This is Cabbage Tree Bay. Looking over to the corner of Manly there, and all around the coast. This is just beautiful. Yeah, we're liking this. I like this a lot. A little beach at the end there. Not as good as Manly Beach. I definitely think I like that more. And I've been to Bondi Beach, and I have to say, having come here, I think I prefer this to Bondi Beach. I think I preferred it last time, although I didn't get good weather in either of them last time. I think this might be a turkey of some kind or other, like a wild turkey.
So I've reached the end of the Cabbage Tree Bay Classic Reserve. This little beach is called Shelly Beach, apparently.
Today's the first time I've really seen any wildlife.
I spent a little bit of time at Shelly Beach, and then I turned around and walked my way back again.
It's just after 3:30. Only about 1:30, didn't I, for ferry? So 2 hours walking the length of Manly Beach and all the way around the bay and then it's back. Come back to the centre of the beach now.
I missed the trick not taking a beach towel with me that I could have led on the beach, but I did enjoy sitting watching the world go by and enjoying the sunshine. But then it was time to think about getting the ferry back into Sydney itself.
Yeah, they're like a rooftop bar. There seem to be a few of these. The market's just packing up. You can do the fast ferry or the ordinary slow one. I'm going to do the ordinary slow one. I'm not in a big rush to get back. Got myself a front row seat on the ferry, so if nothing else, nobody's going to stand up and block my view this time. Opera House. We're coming into Circular Quay. I've just seen a sign that said the Manly route is 30 minutes, so that's actually about right. That's what it took us just coming back then. One for the day, Medina fans.
A friend of mine reminded me that a great place to have a beer in Sydney is at the Opera House bar. So seeing as I'm here, I thought I might go and do that. You know what they say? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Oh, actually, it's 5 o'clock here. So I'm going to go and have a beer. Watch the world go by. How fantastic is Circular Quay? Definitely put this one on your list to come and see if you're in Sydney.
Loads of people here. They've all got the same idea.
A pint at the Opera Bar. It's £8 a pint, but to be honest, you're paying for the view as much as anything else. Look at that. Got that behind me, and then right in front of me, got the Opera House. Cheers.
I'm sitting here drinking my beer, and I realised I've got the best of both worlds. I just have to turn my head a little bit.
So this one at the Opera Bar has turned into a bit of an afternoon session. You've got Circular Quay there in the sunset. Then you've got the Sydney Harbour Bridge, where the ferry's going past. And then round this side, got the Opera House, looking amazing in the sunshine.
If you come down to the Opera Bar, you get this view and this one. So Sydney does actually have trams as well. I think my hotel is at the back of a tram station, but I haven't worked that one out. So I could have done with this earlier. So you have a which wharf board, tells you where to go. So I'm going to Pyrmont Bay, which is number 5. So this time of night, the ferries are a bit later. So there's one in 15 minutes and then 45, like every half an hour or so. The sky's a beautiful colour now and it's going a bit darker. What is that view like? How amazing is that? It looks every bit as good in real life as it does in this video. And you've got the red skies of Darling Harbour.
It actually went dark fairly quickly, so while we were doing all the stops on the way back to Darling Harbour, you got the view against a darker and darker background. I definitely recommend taking an evening ferry ride, if only to see the city lit up.
We're heading to Darling Harbour, which is all lit up as usual. You can see my hotel in the distance there. And now it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm just heading back to Pyrmont Bay where I started this morning. Time to get off, go and get a quick change and then out to the bright lights for some food and drinks. My last night in Sydney. There you go, back at Pyrmont Bay.
I tapped off the ferry with my contactless credit card for the last time that day, and the total charge for all of my day's ferry trips was £4.79.
I'm a bit late out for food, but I've got a great view again. I've come back to Adria where I had the fireworks last night, and I've got an equally good table. Starting off with herb bread, I'm not going for the full-on starters tonight. I'm going for king prawn and calamari linguine tonight. How good does that look? Yum. Still on my herb bread. Just the 1 pint beer tonight, no jugs. Dinner done. Gonna head down to one of my favourite bars now. Just have a beer or two. Okay. I was coming to one of my favourite pubs, but it's 9:45 on a Sunday night. so it's not late and it's already shut. Actually, it feels quite down here. Darling Harbour's been absolutely buzzing over the weekend, but apparently it shuts down on a Sunday night. I don't want to think these people from Sydney had to go to work on Monday. I'm not, I'm catching a cruise. Yeah, this is a bit of a dilemma. I just want to be here. The hotel bar is an actual option at this point. Paid to stay in a posh hotel, might as well use the posh hotel bar. But for now, that's the end of the bright lights of Darling Harbour. But don't worry, we'll be back again in a couple of weeks for one last night. Try the champagne bar. So this is good. It's not pie, it's table service. I've got myself a window view. I don't think I'll be having champagne, I think I'll just have a beer.
And with that, I toasted the end of the land leg of my Australian adventure. But my trip's not over, because tomorrow, it's cruise day.